All right, let's talk about one of the most incredible and honestly, most underappreciated systems in your entire body. We're going to dive into the silent, tireless machine that keeps your internal world perfectly balanced, no matter what's going on outside. This is the story of your body's master chemist and purification plant, the urinary system.
You know that feeling, right? Ever wonder why you start shivering when it gets cold? Or why you feel desperately thirsty on a hot day? Well, those aren't just random feelings. They're actually urgent messages coming straight from your body's command center.
And those messages are clues that your body is in the middle of this constant, high-stakes balancing act. It's like a non-stop tightrope walk, making sure everything inside you stays just right, no matter what chaos the outside world throws at it. Now, this incredible balancing act actually has a name, and it is the absolute secret to our survival. So let's get into it and really understand what we mean by homeostasis.
So, what in the world is homeostasis? Well, think of it like your body's internal cruise control. It's this constant, automatic process of regulating your internal environment to keep conditions stable and perfect. And why does it do this? Simple. Your cells are picky. They demand perfection to function at their absolute best.
And we're not just talking about one setting here. It's a whole dashboard of factors that your body is constantly tweaking. On the physical side, it's managing things like your temperature and blood pressure. And chemically, oh yeah, it's meticulously monitoring your pH levels, your mineral concentrations, and your blood sugar. If any of these are even a little bit off, you're going to feel it. It is an unbelievably complex symphony of tiny adjustments.
Okay, so how does your body manage this crazy complex dashboard? Well, the main tool in its toolkit is a brilliantly simple concept called negative feedback. It's all about push and pull.
So, negative feedback. It works exactly like a smart thermostat in your house. Let's say your body gets too hot. Boom, it triggers cooling mechanisms. The tiny blood vessels near your skin widen to release heat, and you start to sweat. But what if you get too cold? The exact opposite happens. Those same vessels clamp down to conserve heat, and your muscles start shivering like crazy to generate more warmth. It's a constant correction, always trying to bring you back to that perfect sweet spot.
And it's the same exact game plan for your blood sugar. Right after you eat a meal, your blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas senses this and releases insulin, which basically tells your cells, hey, store this extra glucose for later. Then, between meals, when your sugar starts to dip, the pancreas sends out a different hormone, glucagon, to convert that stored energy back into glucose for you to use. It's a perfect push and pull system.
Now, a lot of different systems are involved in this big balancing act, but there's one pair of organs that are the true master regulators, the real MVPs. It's time to meet the stars of the show, your kidneys. Your kidneys are juggling two absolutely critical jobs 24/7. First up is excretion. You can think of them as the ultimate purification plant, filtering nasty waste products like urea right out of your blood. And second, osmoregulation, which is just a fancy way of saying they're master water managers. They precisely control your body's water and salt balance. I mean, this is homeostasis in action.
To really get how they do all this, we've got to go microscopic. So let's shrink way, way down and take a journey inside the real workhorse of the kidney, the amazing little micro machine called the nephron.
Inside every single one of the millions of nephrons in your kidneys, this incredible three-step process is happening constantly. The best way to think about it is like cleaning a super messy room. First, ultrafiltration. You just throw everything out into the hallway. Good stuff, bad stuff, all of it. Second, reabsorption. Now you go out into the hall and carefully bring back only the important things you actually need. And finally, secretion. You do one last sweep of the room for any little bits of trash you missed and toss those out too.
And this is where you see just how brilliant that process is. In that first step, ultrafiltration, pretty much everything small gets pushed out of the blood. Water, valuable glucose, salts, and of course waste. But then in step 2, reabsorption, the body meticulously reclaims exactly what it needs, all the glucose, all the amino acids, and just the right amount of water and salts. Finally, secretion is like the final cleanup, actively booting out any extra waste. It's just an unbelievably precise system of purification. And how efficient are we talking? Get this, a full 100%. 100% of the vital glucose and amino acids that get filtered out are reabsorbed back in. Your body wastes nothing essential. It is, quite literally, the perfect recycling system. Okay, but that brings up a huge question, right? We know the system is precise, but how on earth does it know exactly how much water to save on a hot day versus how much to get rid of on a day you've been chugging water? Let's look at the Water Balance Command Center. Seriously, how do your kidneys get their orders? Who's telling them, hey, conserve every last drop of water 1 minute, and then, all right, open the floodgates, the next? The answer isn't magic. It's a very specific chemical command.
So let me introduce you to antidiuretic hormone, or ADH for short. This is the chemical messenger. It's the text message sent from your pituitary gland in your brain straight to your kidneys. And that message tells them exactly how much water to hold on to.
And it works like this. When you're dehydrated, your brain pumps out more ADH. This hormone makes the little tubes in your kidneys act like super sponges, reabsorbing a ton of water back into your blood. The result? You produce a small amount of dark, concentrated urine. But when you're well hydrated, the opposite happens. Your brain sends less ADH, those tubes become less like sponges, and you release a large amount of clear, dilute urine. It's that simple and that elegant. Now, this system is absolutely incredible, but it's not invincible. And when this delicate balance fails, well, the consequences can be pretty serious. So let's just briefly touch on what happens when the system breaks down. Two of the biggest issues are kidney failure and kidney stones. Kidney failure often happens when those tiny, delicate filtering units inside the nephrons get damaged, usually by conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure. And kidney stones, they're these hard mineral deposits that can form and cause some of the most excruciating pain imaginable. Both of these are a really stark reminder of just how critical healthy kidneys are for our well-being. When you really step back and look at the whole picture, it all comes down to this powerful idea. Your kidneys are, without a doubt, some of the most efficient filters on the planet, and they are working tirelessly, 24/7, to keep your internal world stable and, frankly, to keep you alive. So, I'll leave you with this thought. Your kidneys work non-stop, every single second, to perform this incredible balancing act that's essential for your very survival. Isn't it time we gave these unsung heroes the appreciation they truly, truly deserve?